Hey guys, what's up? Super Fury here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a super overpowered dupe. This is a duplication glitch that requires very minimal effort if you know what you're doing, and the supplies are fairly easy to get if you have some starter farms. So our first step is to acquire the items that you want to duplicate. That will be your first step for this process. Figure out what you want to duplicate in advance. It's really easy if you do that. That's one of the main things, is you want to make sure that you know. So I'm coming over to grab my shulker box here, and my shulker box is, which is the one I want to do, is one of these. I'm going to be duping shulker shells. And not too many. We're just gonna dupe a few shulker shells. Okay, we'll take 2 shulker shells, a TNT, and a bunch of blocks of quartz. The second thing that you will need for this is a clean inventory. Okay, so throw everything that you don't need for your duplication glitch, or everything that you don't really want to keep on you, in a chest for now, and then we will come back to it in a bit. Or you can move it all into a row like that. I'm moving that as to my last row, and I'm going to organize and make sure that I keep all of my stuff well kept and maintained. Now another step is you need the Aristois, which is spelled Aristois client. Now the use of hacked clients will get you banned on most Minecraft servers, so I recommend trying this duplication glitch in your own survival world. We do not condone the use of hacks. This is simply an anarchy server with me and some of my friends. There's not very many people on right now. Hacking is allowed, and we do not condone any usage of any hacks, simply because we do not want to risk your computers getting compromised, etc., which is why we will not be linking anything. Next, you want to do with the Aristois client, you want to grab 2 empty books and quills, which I'm not going to be using them, but I have a bunch in this chest, somewhere in here. Book and quills, 22 more, etc., which these are just a bunch of things that I've duped over and over. I've been doing TNT because I want to try to build something out of TNT, like statue. I don't know why, but I think it'd be funny. So you want to acquire exactly 16 plus 16, that is going to be 34, plus 5 and 5. You want to acquire 44 book and quills. Okay, you want to actually have 46 technically, because you want to grab your original copies of your books, and make sure you have those original copies. Those are extremely useful to have those. You're going to need those original copies, alright? Lag spike. What you're going to do is, you're going to do with a empty book and quill, I can't do it, .cbook random, okay? Which you must be holding a writable book, aka book and quill. Then you do it to the second one. You would then use an anvil to name it 0 and 1. Then, using a crafting table, you would put the original and make 16 and then 5 copies of that book, and continue doing that. It has to be copy of original and not copy of copy. Next, you will place, you want to make sure you have the chunk set up correctly. So you want to have 4 chests in a chunk, and then your storage in a different chunk. You can find your chunk boundaries by pressing F3 and G at the exact same time, or hold them both down. You can toggle it. That is how you can see your chunk boundaries. You want to set up something kind of like this or on the ground, either way. And then you are going to want to make sure you put these, you want to have a chest over here, 2 chests on top of each other. These chests have to be on top of each other, and then a chest. Make sure the chests are somewhat separated, and you want to place your books in the single chest over here. And then you want to place whatever you want to duplicate in that chest. You want to then fly away far. 200 to 300 blocks will do. 200 to 300 blocks for me would be, I've marked it so that 200 to 300 blocks for me would be right about here, near my friend's base. Then you want to wait a second and go back. I may have screwed up. I did not wait, so you guys are definitely going to wait. Make sure that you're careful while doing this dupe, because you have to wait out there, or you might have to remake all of your books and quills. So now you want to take whatever it is that you're duping. Make sure you separate it from, we'll use one of these. Those, we don't want to put it in there. We'll put all of our stuff in here. This works on every version of Minecraft, as long as it's vanilla. This will not work on Spigot servers. It will not work on Craft Bucket servers. It has to be complete vanilla, no plugins, or in a single-player world. You can have mods installed. Then, once you have moved those out of this chunk, the key is that you have to put it in a chest outside of this chunk. So this would be the chunk boundary. I placed them in this chest. They were in this chest. So then you want to take your books from there, which I just took them, and you want to do this. You want to take your 0 books, and you want to go in kind of an X pattern where you go 1, out 1 and down, back 1 and down, and then just repeat that. And you can combine your books, and then you can hold right click and go over all of it to fill in the blanks. You'll have 8 and 7 left. Is how many you should have left. Then you will take your 8 and you will make just a cross pattern like so, and then put the and then don't do it here. You're gonna skip and put it there, and then you can fill it in like this. You have your stuff over there. You have your chest set up, and you want to go 200 to 300 blocks away. And wait a second and go back. Okay. Our books still seem to be here. Strange. I may have done it wrong. Okay. I'm gonna retry again just to make sure. It's completely possible that I messed up. Let's run that again. Sometimes, for example, on servers, it is much harder to properly do. That was saving. So we're gonna move away. We don't have any plugins, right? Plugins is not a proper command. This is complete vanilla. And as long as you go back out, I think I might have to do that process again. Which, since I already explained it, I shouldn't have to explain it again. I'll just go through it and see if it works again. Okay, let's go back. They're not there. 0 and 1. You want to put this in there. Reload the chunk completely. I gotta change my flight settings to about 2.3 so I'm not going quite as fast. Like I said, I might have gone back too quickly before, which is why I might have messed it up. I waited a second, okay? And then you can go back again. If it messes up on the first try, don't feel ashamed. It always pretty much messes up first try if you're not completely careful. All of the things should be there, right? Those are good. They're not in that chest because we just did it. I recommend doing the books before taking the items out of the chest. It is a lot less glitchy that way. So I would do the books and then remove the items and put them in a separate chunk. Still remembering our crisscross pattern. Almost messed up there. And then you want to go to the other chunk, put the items there, and leave. The way that this duplication glitch works is by overloading the chunk, kind of. What those books do is it's 50 pages of completely random Japanese, etc. text. I believe it's Japanese. That's what I was told by my friend. So it's just completely random, and it generates it based on whatever the client decides it to be. And there we go. The books are back in the chest. I have my shulker boxes, and bam, duplicated. So guys, hope you enjoyed. That is how you do the 1.14 duplication vanilla glitch. This only works on certain servers, so if it doesn't work for you, don't comment saying it is broken, or don't comment saying it's fake, etc., because it is 100% based on your server type. If you can do things like / plugins, or if you ask somebody and they say it's spigot instead of complete vanilla, then either they're wrong if it doesn't work, you are doing it wrong, or the server is not fixed. Of course, there are servers who will have patches for this, making it impossible to do. Keep that in mind. Stay fresh, and see you in the next one.